Camera's in. He's ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
This is BGM Bob for Weazel News. Tonight's top story. We will be meeting with a certain Nick Richards, who's part of the criminal element of Los Santos. He has offered to give us an independent interview, and we are going to speak to him and his thoughts on the police. He is claiming that they are corrupt. Following that, we're going to move down, try and see if we can have a word with someone from PD and speak to them to see what their take is on this. So you're going to watch this now at home and see this interview with Nick Richards. It's BJ Bob here with Weazel News, and I'm with Nick Richards, who wants to talk about police corruption. What's your story, Nick?
It's always a simple one for you. It's about time that the citizens of this fine city understood what the real people face. For weeks now, I have been hunted down and trying to be charged with 10 murders I have no involvement with.
10 murders. And have they told you who these 10 people are?
Allegedly, as I was being questioned inside of a cell, an officer stormed into the interview room and said, "Oh yeah, I forgot," and then proceeded to place pictures on the table of me in an alleyway on my phone playing Tetris and also receiving a lap dance in the opening night of Vanilla Unicorn. And apparently that means I've murdered 10 hookers.
10 hookers.
I have a code I live by.
You've got a
If I need
code?
if I need to kill, it's men, and then I look after the families of those that I've got. I do not touch women or children. They do not get hurt.
So this man has his principles. You can hear that. He only kills men, women and children. You are safe at home. Your husbands, your daddies, you better watch out. This man might come and kill you.
I want to clear my name. Hammercat, you've been chasing me personally now for a few years. You've never caught me. The police have never caught me. It's always been me handing myself in. Don't try and catch me. I'm not handing myself in because you guys are corrupt. You guys are going to try and stick these 10 murders on me.
So, would you say that these officers are corrupt just solely for this 10 murders, or is there any other corruption you think they are guilty of?
Personally, I know a few instances of where other things have cropped up. However, for me in this one instance, I think this goes to show that the magnitude of this corruption, who's to say they haven't done littler ones.
So you think there could be more behind the scenes that we need to uncover here at Weazel News?
Well, put it this way, it's certainly not squeaky clean.
And you mentioned Hammercat there. Do you think he is the one to blame for all this corruption?
As far as the history goes between me and Hammercat, I do not believe that he is one to point fingers at. The officer in question, and I am going to name him, Andrew Anderson.
Andrew Anderson. And do you know his rank or his title?
I'll be honest with you.
Yes.
I don't care.
He does not care. We care at Weazel News, so we need to... What was that name again?
Andrew Anderson.
Andrew Anderson. If you're watching this, we're going to come and speak to you because you're the man that's getting the full blame of this corruption.
And I just want to state, my organisation and me have our fingers in a lot of different pies. However, we get information, and I understand a lot more than they think. They keep on pressing me, and things will come to light that they don't want out.
I
Get
see.
rid of these bullshit charges, and we'll go back to making money, and going back to this beautiful city. If you keep pressing me, Hammercat, police, going to be a different kind of information coming to light. You know it.
Oh, you know it. Oh, so there's more, maybe more to come. Maybe more to come. We will need to wait and see. You mentioned about having your fingers in many pies. Do you have her name?
No further comment.
And no further comment. So, I mean, I might want to go and finger that pie as well. You sure you can't give us a name? No, it looks like he's gone completely mute now. You've heard that there. More news of police corruption. 10 prostitutes this man has allegedly killed, and
Whoa.
he has stated clearly.
No, I haven't.
He's stated clearly that he did not do this. He only kills men. Women and children are completely safe from Matt.
I have code. I have a code. I have principles.
Code and principles will keep you women and children safe. This is BJ Mabob for Weazel News. Well, it's BJ Mabob back in the studio, and you saw that interview there with Nick Richards, who was claiming police corruption because they accused him of killing 10 prostitutes. You heard him say that he has a code he lives by. He does not harm women or children, but the men, you could be fucked. So watch your backs. What we're going to do now is we're going to head down to PD and try and see if the police want to try and refute these allegations of corruption. So we're going to head down there just now. This is BG Mabob for Weazel News. I am here at the PD Police Department with Chief Inspector Tim Bradford.
Hello.
Tim, we are here today to ask you some questions surrounding police corruption. We were approached by a man of the name Nick Richards. Does this name sound familiar to you?
It does. He's an infamous criminal that we are looking for. He's not one to be trusted or to be hanging around with. He's very dangerous and has numerous weapon markers against him, firearms in particular.
Well, again, it told us earlier, and the people at home will remember this, that Nick Richards did say he had a code that he only kills men, no women, no children. And as he said that you are accusing him of killing 10 prostitutes. Can you comment
This is
on
an
this?
accusation that is new to me, actually. I haven't heard this one. Who is exactly accusing him of this? The police department itself or an in particular officer?
Well, it specifically mentioned Andrew Anderson. We didn't get the rank of this police officer, but he said Andrew Anderson was the one to watch.
Superintendent Andrew Anderson.
So that's
and
superintendent.
Is this officer the one that's making the threat, or is he the one that we need to be looking out for because of this?
He was a bit sort of unsure about what information he gave us, but he did say he's accused of 10. The murder of 10 prostitutes, and he assured us and everyone else that this is not the case. He only kills men. That's the code he lives by.
That's excellent.
Were they male prostitutes or were they exactly female prostitutes?
Now, did we get that? I don't think he mentioned. He just said 10 prostitutes.
Ooh.
Maybe we need to find Nick Richards and ask him some more questions. But would you say that you're after this man for any murder at all?
Not that I'm aware of for prostitutes. However, for possession of an illegal firearm and discharging a firearm, yes, we are after this gentleman and the attempted murder of law enforcement officers.
And again, we reported earlier, and we heard direct from the man himself, Nick Richards, that he did say he was a dangerous man. If you're a man out there, he will shoot you. He will kill you. You're not safe.
I would like to add that if you have any information regarding Mr. Nick Richards that can aid us in his capture, I am willing to offer you £10,000 for the information.
Folks at home, £10,000 to successfully help this Chief Inspector find Nick Richards. Would you say that they should call in or should they approach him in any way?
I wouldn't approach the individual at all. As we mentioned, he's very dangerous, and he could do anything unexpected. So just call 999 like usual, or so on. Give you my phone number as well as a direct line of contact. You just give me a second, I can give you that.
So we're going to get the Chief Inspector's phone number here.
I wouldn't be getting that out, lads.
He is to catch you, Nick Richards.
Gonna prank call him.
And we're after you ourselves, mate, because we need to clarify if it was maybe 10 male prostitutes you were with. or was it 10 female prostitutes? So we need to get
It was
that
10
question answered.
female. It was 10 female, sir.
The number to call if you have any information regarding Mr. Richards is 341 285 2644. If you have any information regarding Mr. Richards, his location or his address and so on, give us a call on there, and that'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay. And one final question: have you got anything to say about his accusations of police corruption? Do you feel there's any corruption within your department at all?
Honestly, everyone has a different way of doing things, and there probably is some corruption going on, but that's been brought up directly to police command, and that has been explicitly made aware. We have nothing, so there's nothing on the books for it. But, you know, as they say, you can't trust anyone.
So again, can't trust anyone, can't even trust the cops. You heard it here live. Weazel News. So is there anyone in particular, any sort of cops you look at? I mean, I see you've got a guy there with a kind of bumblebee looking head.
Yes,
I mean,
lads.
currently the police we have, a small number, but they're all very dedicated officers, and they are all very trustworthy. There's none that I would say you want to be aware of. Obviously, if you have any complaints or any questions about certain officers, like I said, you can always come to the station with your query, or, you know, if it's a proper issue, like an emergency because an officer's doing something they shouldn't be doing, and you feel that it needs a police intervention, you've got 999 once again.
Okay, and do you feel that's an appropriate haircut for a police officer? I mean, just look
There's
at it.
no issue with it.
We never asked you. We're asking your boss, mate. Shut
New
the fuck
legislation
up.
states that you can actually have any haircut or any sort of tattoo on you as long as it's not offensive or a symbolism
poking me
of some
head.
sort.
Hell.
So, right, okay. Well, thank you very much for answering those questions. And we'll
pleasure.
certainly make sure that your phone number gets out there. Is there any other final words you would like to say to any criminals out there before we leave? While your officers are twerking against each other. I can see them there in the
Like
corner.
a bumblebee.
My cameraman can't see that, but, you know, they're twerking.
Yeah, it's hard for the best. What I say to the people, just look out for each other. You know, it's all important to talk to each other to make sure everyone's okay. If you see anything that you feel is not right, you know who to call. Not Ghostbusters, the police.
Not Ghostbusters, police. And if you've got any breaking news or any news for me, you can contact BG and Bob. I'm always there to bring the news to you. If you've got any top stories, you bring them to me. We will ask the tough questions to the police. BG and Bob for Weazel News. Thank you. It's BG and Bob here with Chief Inspector Hammercat. He wants to make a statement. Hopefully, this will have something to do with a specific Nick Richards, who specifically mentioned you as well.
This is absolutely regarding that, yes.
Right, take it away, Hammercat.
Okay, give me 1 moment.
We can't hear you. Can you shout, please?
At 12:26 a.m. on the 11th of March 2023, the command team of the Los Santos Police authorised an operation to apprehend Mr. Richards and bring him into police custody. In doing so, we will do this with every power we've got to our disposal, with every resource we've got to our disposal. If that means authorising SCO 19 to come on patrol with heavier firearms, we will do that. Mr. Richards has made an attempt to take multiple police officers' lives, and that is something that we will not stand for. We are the law. We are not above the law. We will consult with the Ministry of Justice, and we will send Mr. Richards down for life, fella. Do I make myself
Hoorah.
clear?
That was really good, Judge Dredd. I mean, Hammercat. But I see we've got some questions in the cheap seats.
Absolutely. Chief Inspector
this
Bradford,
man.
shoot them at me.
This man.
I had a recent report that you were selling police-issued firearms. Is this true?
It's not. I lost my firearm in a line of duty yesterday at approximately 2000 hours. I lost it as I was thrown in the ocean. I successfully swam out.
I was
and that was
informed that actually, sir, in the morning of yesterday by two individuals at Legion Garage that you had sold them 10 police-issued firearms.
Fuck,
You
that's a
can.
lot.
In the morning of yesterday, I was not in this city, fella. I was on vacation
That's
to
when I
my
was
work.
informed by them, fella. Not when you sold them to them.
That's absolutely fine. Well, you can conduct your investigations. You can conduct your investigations on this force. Because for one fella, Chief Inspector, I am not bent. I am Chris Hammercat with the Metropolitan Los Santos Police. I am not bent. I am a Chief Inspector of the Academy Unit.
Another question.
Go ahead,
Have
Mr.
you just
Bradford.
confirmed that you finally came out of the closet, sir?
I've just... Oh, you cheeky cunt. I've just told you. Get out,
You heard
lads!
it here first, folks, on national
Get out
television.
now,
Chief
lad!
Inspector
Wow.
Chris Hammercat is bent.
I said, I'm not bent, fella.
Excuse me,
Have
sir.
you got?
What about the guy twerking? Because I thought you kind of gave him a bit of a wink
Excuse me.
when he
How
was
many,
twerking.
how many times have you been shot?
I've been shot multiple times in line of duty, and there's nothing that I won't do for this constabulary to save and protect officers and
Can we
citizens
see
of
your
this
scars?
state. Absolutely. Cameraman, are you getting this?
Lad.
Take pants off.
This is suitable for live television.
No, put it back on. Oh, Jesus, man. Hold on. Oh, bye. Have you ever heard the deodorant, mate?
Take pants
I mean,
off too.
you know.
Sorry,
maybe-
if you look to my right arm here, cameraman, this is what Nick Richards inflicted on me yesterday.
What about your thighs? Have you shot in your thighs before? No, not your legs.
No, I haven't. No,
Oh, fuck.
no. If I was shot in my thighs, I'd be paralysed. I'm not paralysed. I am Chris Hammercat. And my left arm as well. Look at my left arm. I've got a bit
Chris
of a bruise
Hammercat.
here. Now, what Mr. Richards done, he come over to me yesterday and flicked a 2p coin at my arm. I've got a bit of a bruise. Okay, so we'll do anything to apprehend Mr. Richards for the assault on myself and for many other crimes that I can't disclose on live television. I'm going to put my vest on, my shirt on, and put my
Please.
radio back on.
Yeah, that would be very helpful. Folks at home, you can't smell the smell that's in here now. As soon as he took his top off.
Oh,
If anyone can donate
Yes,
some
I'm a cop. Are
deodorant
you
to the
gonna
police
want that?
department, it would be very much
Can I
appreciated.
just say, the smell is from going 12 rounds with his ma last night. I
Nah,
haven't had
mate.
a shower yet.
Yeah, we can tell, mate. Fucking hell, man, I nearly died. So if you've got any deodorant back at home, please drop it off at the police department, specifically
Saves me
labelled
some
for
money.
Hammercat.
That's okay. Now listen, I have got one thing before we close this up, BJ McBob. Nick Richards, if you're watching this, hand yourself in to Mission Road Police Station. If you hand yourself in, it'll save you the embarrassment of getting caught, and we can come to some sort of deal.
Well,
That's the end of it.
we were speaking to Mr. Richards earlier, and he did
Okay.
say that the only time you can catch him is when he hands himself in.
Okay.
He said you'll never catch him.
Am
Right.
I correct
Come
in
on,
assuming that
lads.
Mr. Richards is attending a quiz of some sort tonight?
He is, sir.
What time's this quiz at?
9 o'clock, sir.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. She's
Right.
getting run by Weazel News, so we need to go soon.
Bradford,
So
Bradford,
finish up.
Bradford. Go and get SGO ready. Traffic, get
It's
ready.
just-
We're
it's just two
apprehending
of us,
Mr.
mate.
I don't care, lads. We're
Oh,
apprehending
man.
Mr. Richards tonight.
Come on!
Where is
Hoorah!
this? Where is this pub? Quiz happening? We can meet him
BG
before he gets
Bob
there.
for Weazel News.
Where's the pub quiz happening?
Well, that was a busy night down at the police station. BG Bob, I was down there speaking initially with Chief Inspector Tom Bradford, who has said he was not completely aware of the allegations that were posed. We tried to speak to Superintendent Andrew Anderson, however, he was not available for comment. We saw a lot going on in PD that was quite busy. The police were all in there. We saw them twerking with each other, bum against bum. Oh, it was quite disgusting, really. But anyway, we'll try not to think about that. So yes, we got some good words from Tom Bradford there, and Chief Inspector Hammercat decided just to burst in, and he started taking his top off again. That was fucking disgusting. You couldn't have smelled that BO at home, but my God, I nearly passed out. I can't even remember what he said. It was almost like it, the worst fucking fart bomb you've ever smelled. But anyway, so we heard the words there. You've heard it all. What we're going to do now is we're going to try and head out in the streets to see how the policing and the gangs interact. So keep watching, folks at home. We are going to try our best to head out there and see what is happening on the streets. We will bring it all to you here at Weazel News. So this is BJ Bob live inside the Weazel News van. There is absolute carnage and a police chase. The police look as if they're trying to pull over the truck. We've got a car out, the Fast and Furious. He looks as if he's just trying to push his way into this chase. We're going to try and keep up with them. We're going to request from the gods that we eventually get a faster vehicle. Jesus, did you see that police car flip? It looks like we're getting blocked off. We're not allowed to enter. Either that or they're trying to block them coming back out. Yeah, they're coming back towards us right now. We can see the unmarked police car. My goodness, look at that. Absolutely T-boned. The police don't... and we almost... Is he going to get stuck? The police are trying so hard to catch this suspect. They're trying to box him in. But my God, that's a big beast of a car. It's like a day at the carnival in the Dodgems. The car's absolutely everywhere. We're going to try and keep up with this hot pursuit, bringing to you from Weazel News. But our van definitely needs a bit of a turbo boost. Oh, another police car spun out. At least we've got someone to keep up with now. We're going to try and stay in this chase. We're going to try and bring this to you. We'll find out who the suspect was. We'll find out who the rest of the officers are going to be. This is BG and Bob down at Legion Square here with, what's your name, mate? Or whatever you want to call yourself.
Scott McTavish. I'm not scared to say my name.
Right, so this is Scott McTavish, and he wanted to come on record and talk about an earlier police chase. What have you got to say about that?
Right, I understand the police are doing their job, but ramming us, putting our lives in risk, it's not on anymore. Alright? I told you during the police chase, if you continue to ram, we'll take it to the next level. So, the next police chase, if you decide to ram us, we are going to open fire. No more.
Mark Hammercat.
Yeah.
Email.
An undercover cop, Chris Hammercat, I'm going to tear your intestines out and wear them as a hat. Right?
So it looks like the gangs are getting tough on Hammercat. We were speaking to him earlier down at the PD. He said he was going to come down tough on the criminal element in Los Santos. And now the criminal element are going to get tough on you, Hammercat. We will be back later to speak to you about this. But we did catch some of that police chase. We saw going on to the motorway at one point, and the police blocked it off, and the undercover cop car got T-boned. What would you say about that?
Shouldn't be blocking the road.
They shouldn't be blocking the road. There you go, police officers. You should not be blocking the road. That's why you got T-boned. And also with us just now is Nick Richards. I don't know if you want to say a few words just now.
Oh, go on then, why not? Why not? I spoke to you guys earlier on today about the corruption within the police force, but I'm happy to elaborate.
Yeah, one of the questions that we got from the police was...
Take us to my house or give me keys.
Could it be male prostitutes that you were with?
Absolutely not.
No. So it's definitely female prostitutes you were accused of?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so we've
As
got
I'll
that
point
one
out
cleared
as well, gentlemen, if you try and capture me when I'm trying to support local businesses, it ain't gonna end well for you. I have people looking out for me, Hammercat, so you got better chance chasing a fucking wheelchair person, you got me, okay?
Yeah, so when we were hosting the pub quiz, we did hear that the police were outside. There was a bit of tense feelings within the location that sort of brought the atmosphere of the quiz down. What would you say to that? I mean, you were part of the quiz and you
I'd
came
say
first.
if the police want to come and attend it, they can. Just don't bring your bullshit to an event that's not even yours. Like, you want to capture someone, I understand it's a great time to do it. However, you're just going to give yourselves a reputation of being dicks. Oh, more than they have already.
Okay, you heard it here first on Weazel News.
You want to capture me, Hammercat? Do it with skill, mate.
There you go, Hammercat. You've been told you have no skill whatsoever. And considering the police choice we saw earlier, we'd have to agree at this moment with Mr. Richards.
Hammercat couldn't catch a fucking cold.
It couldn't catch a cold. There you go, you heard it first here on Weazel News. This is BJ Bob reporting at Legion Square. It's BJ Bob. I'm down here at the Los Santos Police Department. We tried to go in to ask for an interview, however, even the front doors are locked. It looks like there is some telling trouble and strife ahead in the streets of Los Santos when you can't even walk into the main police reception. We will try and catch up with Hammercat. Seems to be an outright war between the criminal element of Los Santos and the police. As soon as we can get in here for an interview, we will get in there and we will bring the police thoughts on that. Remember, we just spoke with one of the gangs who said, if you start ramming us, we are going to start shooting you. There could be bloodshed ahead. Stay tuned to Weazel News. It's BJ Bob. Thank you. Well, we're back in the studio after what can only be described as one hell of a day. Allegations of police corruption, the criminal element not happy with the way the streets are policed, threats to the police, threats to the criminals. Where's it going to end? We don't know. What we do know is we will always be here to bring you the news. Will Nick Richards, Scott McTavish take on the police and win? Will the police take on Nick Richards and Scott McTavish? Will the police win? Who knows? But we will be out there reporting that news to you at home. Remember, this is BJ Mabob for Weazel News. Good night and fuck off.